Good day to all of you. It's good to see you again. I'm Ido Aharoni, and I have the great honor and privilege to host here in the Charney Report my very, very dear friend and long-standing friend, Hila Oren. Hila is the founder of Tel Aviv Global, which is the marketing arm of the city of Tel Aviv. She is the mastermind behind the branding of Tel Aviv that started about 10 years ago. And today she runs the Tel Aviv Foundation, which is a very unique philanthropic organization because it raises most of its money actually from Israelis and not from non-Israelis, which is quite a distinction. In addition to all of that, she is right now working towards her PhD at the University of Haifa, the home of the Leon Charney Forum on New Diplomacy. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
My first question to you, tell us about the amazing career that you've had working on elevating the stature and the positioning of Tel Aviv in the world. You started with Tel Aviv Global. Tell us, what is Tel Aviv Global?
Tel Aviv Global is a city-owned company aiming at positioning Tel Aviv in the global arena. But let's go back a little bit with the story. Tel Aviv was founded 110 years ago. Actually, yesterday was 110 by 66 families that wanted the city to be something global already at the time. It took us 100 years to build a city, which is part of the network of cities all over the world. And we thought we should aim a little bit higher. What does that mean? That means that Tel Aviv sees itself as one of the global cities, the business center of cities in the world. We have our unique selling point. We have something that I think we can refer to the DNA of the city, which is the innovation ecosystem, as we call it, the startup ecosystem. People that are all around the city are, in their hearts, in a way, entrepreneurs, even if their profession is not as an entrepreneur, their state of mind, their values, their vibe is of startuppers. When you share the thought of Tel Aviv all over the world, not everyone have been there yet, but people already heard about it and they want to come and learn. And this means that we've got some message to go to the world with. We still have a long way to go. I think for now, other cities, other people, other startups that want to have Tel Aviv on their portfolio, that means a lot for us at least.
Tel Aviv clearly became a hub of creativity. People come from all over the world to try to become part of this amazing ecosystem that you guys facilitated and nurtured. And how does the Tel Aviv Foundation play into all of this?
So just before we go into the Tel Aviv Foundation, if I may be a little bit humble, I don't think we made that hub. I think the hub was there. We just put the awareness to what is happening there because, sometimes people were just not aware of what is happening in Tel Aviv. And since in the last 10, 20 years, people have been traveling more, it was just like a great opportunity to share it with the world and for the world to come and give it a peek. Whoever came got hit. This is the good thing. It got the wow effect, and we're getting more and more people back. The Tel Aviv Foundation is a 40-year-old traditional philanthropy arm helping the city getting better. 40 years ago, Israel and the Tel Aviv city has been in a different place. Now, the city is becoming, as we talked about, part of the global arena. As such, we're looking for new friends that will actually help us make the city better. Now, what does that mean, make the city better? We have our innovation ecosystem. We have our excellency in STEM, in science. We want to promote that. We want to help the kids get better education. On the other hand, we have, like any other global cities, like I'm looking out the window here to New York, to Tokyo, to London, we have asylum seekers which are coming from all over. They're all coming to cities to be part of them. We need to take care of them. A kid is a kid is a kid all over, right? We need to share that. So the foundation is a tool, a vehicle to strengthen the city that is already strong. But even when you're strong, you need to look at the weak people of your society. And I think in Tel Aviv, we need to, or the other hand, the excellence, that we need to get them stronger. So this is the Tel Aviv Foundation. We're very lucky to have Israelis part of it, and we're looking for other partners from around the world.
So, how do you see the role of cities in the future? Clearly, they're becoming more and more important. Tel Aviv is a beautiful case study.
Well, you see me smile. I have passion for cities. I couldn't say that before. That passion started about 12 years ago. I think cities now are actually the playground of the world. Just wander around the city. If you have curiosity, you want to go behind that, the next corner, the next shop, the next art exhibition. It's always there's something that never ends. There's food, there's smell, there's people, there's it's all about that. Now, before it was USA versus USSR, it was nations. Now it's cities. 75% of the world is going to live in cities. So we have to think, how are we making these cities better? How are we going to move better in the cities in micromobility? How are we going to eat differently? How are we going to communicate the same or differently? It's all, I don't know if it's going to change, but going to have a different perspective. Me, myself, I see myself as a city maker. I think it's a new profession, as I told you before.
So, let me ask you a question about that. What are the main assets do you think a city needs to have in order to successfully compete?
City needs to be open. What does that mean to be open? That the city, the people that work on the city, whether they are on the public sector or on the private sector, they have to understand that they need to collaborate. Me as a civil servant, we need to listen to the residents of the city, understand what are their needs. And when I say listen, doesn't mean necessarily listen with our ears. It can also be listen by, to the behavior, to understand what the people needs, wants, and how to adjust to that, how to give answers to that. To open the public spaces as more as we can, to look at a building and share that it will not be owned only by specific people, but the access will be free to as more people that we can, that everyone will feel free in that area. When the city will be that big playground for everyone, everyone will like it, will want to come and share, will want to party. This is what we're looking for.
And you certainly accomplished a great deal on the way to turn Tel Aviv into a major presence in the global urban scene. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us. We are looking forward to you participating in the conference, the NYU conference, and good luck with your PhD with the University of Haifa.
Thank you very much. I really need that. Good luck. Thank you for having me.